Hi all. I'm just going to show you a replay of a very interesting game that I just had. It's against a 2-9 Platinum Terran. Now why this game is interesting is I recently posted a video where I did proxy battlecruiser starport and had a little bit of fun with it. What's interesting is this game, the roles are exactly reversed. So my opponent goes for a very fast proxy starport battlecruiser, and I do a 2 racks Reaper build. Okay, so it's the exact opposite. And I'm going to show you how you can counter this build my build pretty easily actually.
Additional supply
just with a bit of scouting and a bit of adaptation. Okay, so this is my standard 2 racks Reaper build. It's quite good against a lot of things, both offensively and defensively. So, you know, if your opponent just plays 1 racks expand, doesn't scout, you can often just outright win the game. But it's also good defensively, like if it's a 3 or 4 racks Marine Rush, or it's a 2 racks Reaper proxy, it's going to give you good defensive resources. It also allows you a relatively fast expand behind it, and good scouting. So we're just going to take 1 gas, and then after we get the orbital and supply depot, we're going to drop down the 2nd gas. Then we take an expansion, and then we follow it up with the factory. Okay, so first Reaper's on the way. We're going to get the orbital underway. Supply depot. Rally those SCVs back. Take the 2nd gas. And the good thing with Reapers is that they're not as mineral intensive as like Marines build twice as fast, so you're going to consume 100 minerals in the time you're only consuming 50 minerals, 50 gas for a Reaper. So what that means is you have a lot of minerals to fund your expansion, so you can get an expansion here. Got the 2nd gas, so first Reaper's out, we're going to rally that across the map. See what he's doing. Hopefully he's going for 1 racks expand, because then this build's very good against that. We can take our expansion. The 2nd barracks, it's good to put it in that location too, so they get across the map a bit faster, and you get also some vision for the jump in spot. Okay, so I see no expand here. Make sure you drop another depot. You're going to need it. No expansion. I mean, it's arguable I should go directly for the main when I'm doing this, rather than go for the expansion. And I am sort of wasting some important time here, you know, if he's not prepared. But we are expanding, so okay. So I see that he's gone for a fast factory, so he's going to have Marines, and probably just Marines at this stage. So I'm going to stop making Reapers at this point, because I know he's going to have a tank or a Cyclone out in the not too distant future. And yeah, we just go into a fast Marine production behind it. So you can sit them there. He doesn't have Marines in position. Okay, so he's got, yeah, but he does already have a tank. And much like in the game that I showed, I with a very fast tank and just put it there, because you're only defending 1 location, you can't do very much. Now I probably should have kept 1 to go scout with, but I thought, you know, I'll just trade them out. I actually already had a suspicion that he was doing a proxy starport. But I thought I could get them just out of range here, and we end up getting 3 SCV kills, which is nice. But I also wanted to look to see if I could find any fusion core or anything down the back there, which I couldn't. Now I didn't manage to scout that area of the base, so I strongly suspect that it's going to be a battlecruiser, but I'm not sure. It could also be a very early tank push or drop, so I'm just going to drop a bunker. I'm going to go for a fast tank. So yeah, I confirm there that what I see is, with that scan, is there's still no expansion, there's no starport, right? And there's just not much stuff. So I suspect that this is going to be a proxy starport. So what you got to do here, go for fast Vikings. Okay, there's no time to build a reactor, so we're just going to swap that over, and a Cyclone, and get an engineering bay down. Okay, and battlecruisers are very expensive, they take a long time to build, so you do have a little bit of time to prepare. But I'm going to put some Marines in the bunker there, and the tank, just in case I'm wrong, or just in case he attacks the front at the same time. and we'll get a turret started here. I'm short of money, so you know I've got to kind of prioritize what to do. But he's most likely to hit the main. So my first Viking's out. I'm going to the most likely proxy location is over there. So I'll get the Viking out over there. Make sure that we're not supply blocked, which we were.
Can't hold them alone.
Okay, so see, this is the battlecruiser. We almost lost it. Now, one Viking can actually kill a battlecruiser with careful micro without Yamato. So I'm just gonna back that off and repair it. Now, I don't mind losing a few SCVs here. The most important thing is we don't lose our units. So I've got more Vikings in production. Just gonna kite the Cyclone. He's not gonna have Yamato yet because it takes time to build Yamato. Okay, I'm derping my CVs a little bit. Okay, so we just need to get some repair off. We can just use the Marines as cannon fodder to buy time. Yeah, we've got Vikings. So just like that. Now here's the crucial thing. I know that it's a proxy starport because he came in so fast and he jumped it out so fast. So what I can actually do is go and try and hunt down the battlecruiser and the proxy starport. And if he jumped it out to there and was repairing it, I would actually be able to kill it. Okay, but what we're going to do instead, he may have jumped at home. He presumably jumped at home to repair it, because where else would it be if it wasn't there getting repaired? So what we can actually do now is just kill the starport.
Additional supply depots required.
And that's a large investment, and it means he's not going to be able to build more battlecruisers. And if he's just jumped at home, he can't send it across quickly to stop me killing it. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep making Vikings. I might swap into some tanks. I'm going to go for a second starport so we can make Ravens. Okay, and we get it before the second battlecruiser pops. I should have actually gone for the starport rather than the add-on. That was a mistake. So yeah, I'm also just sending the Vikings around the map to look for the fusion core, because the fusion core was also not proxied, it wasn't in his base. And we'll kill that, also a big investment. Because he'll be remaking another starport at home, so I want to make sure that he can't build any more battlecruisers in the short term. So we just macro here. I'm going to go actually for double armory, double engineering bay, because we're going double starport, and we're going to make Ravens and Vikings. Ravens and Vikings, okay, he's just a little bit too late there. We do get the fusion core. But now, see, it looked like he was sending the battlecruiser back in the direction of the home base. Now I just, what you want to do is just rally everything across the map. Because I know he's got at most one battlecruiser, and I know that he's just jumped it into that location. So I've got time. What I'm going to do is just build more Vikings and keep them at home. So if he's flying it across the map now, I'll have a couple of Vikings when he arrives. Lose one to Yamato, maybe. And I don't know why I checked over here. It was obviously not going to be here. It was either going to be heading towards my base or heading back home. So I've got time, and I can take everything else across the map, because he's only got one battlecruiser. It's not going to do anything if I'm making Vikings at home. And now I see what he's got. He's expanded, but he doesn't have anything in position to defend because he's spent all his money on the battlecruiser. And we're just gonna do some damage, get our tank sieged. Okay, and yeah. Now the tanks are very useful here because they can kill the SCVs if he goes for mass repair. Okay, he's got some high ground tanks, so I'll just back off. But we're still going to get all the SCVs, we're going to get all the Marines, and we're going to kill the base. Because if and when he lifts, my Vikings can kill it. So I'm just going
Ready to blunder.
Rallying SCVs to the third base. I've got a Viking and two Vikings and a Raven at home if he somehow has another battlecruiser. But yeah. So the supply here, 34 to 100 units, 22 workers to 51, 3 base versus 1 base, and units lost significantly in my favor. So I'll show you very, very quickly from his perspective. So he does a very, very similar build. This is a Diamond Terran. He does a very similar build to me. Gas first. He just skips the Reaper to preserve gas. So if I jumped my Reapers directly into the main, I actually maybe could have won the game here. Because he's only got one Marine, and we might have been able to deny the starport. Actually, let's have a look at the factory. Where is my first Reaper? No, we're not going to have time to deny this. But we could kill a shit ton of SCVs. So that was a lost opportunity, but we wouldn't have had this kind of instructive game. So yeah, he's doing the same thing, just build one tank and some Marines, so you're safe against Reapers. And now he is building it a little bit. He built it a little bit further back, which does have a price, because it means the battle cruiser is going to arrive a little bit later.
Add-on complete.
I should be showing units. So I lost one Reaper there, but we actually end up getting. He should have sieged it a little bit further back. I had just a little bit. I saw the siege location. I thought I had a little bit, but I also wanted to scout around the fringes of his base as well. But we get 3 worker kills, which is actually very nice, and a Marine, because he's on a very low worker count here. Yeah. So we got 3 workers, and actually we got 2 Marines as well. So that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good damage.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
So he's going for Yamato.
Ready to go.
And so he can't afford to start a second battle cruiser straight away. So the reason to have the Viking there is just to slow him down. There's time is of the essence, right? The more time that passes, the more Vikings are going to have. So this slows him down, means he kills less SCVs. The Marines also provided. The Marines there, they actually provided vision for the Cyclone, allowing the lock-on to remain. So it wasn't useless. So he went home. He's starting the second battle cruiser. But yeah, you can see the economic price paid here is very high, and he actually only got 2 worker kills, less than I got with the Reaper. So it was a very successful defense. Now I should have gone for the starport first, not the add-on, because I should have known there was a way. Because the problem here is it's actually getting a bit close. Like if that popped, he would be able to kill both of these, and then he would have 2 battle cruisers, and I would be down 2 Vikings. So this was actually very risky. We got it just in time, but I should have gone for the starport instantly. But that was one advantage of him building it a bit further away.
Command center upgrade.
So that was actually a very important moment in the game. I think we still would have been more than okay. But yeah, he uses a tactical jump, and he doesn't manage to save the fusion core. And this is a really big deal, because I know there's no threat at home now. You know, it's going to take a long time for him to fly in here. I can make more Vikings, and I can just go across the map. Now, I don't have a lot to deal with the tanks, and he's badly out of position here, because it's very unlikely I'm going to do a drop, right? Because I'm going to be making Vikings, so I'm not going to have many medevacs. So he should have his units at the front. And if I had scanned and he had, 3 tanks sieged here, I would have had to back off, and the game would have gone on for a bit longer. I would have been very far ahead. But his tanks are just thoroughly out of position here. And he's paying no attention to the risk of a counterattack.
Our SCVs are under attack.
So yeah, it's too late now. And the tanks, yeah, like they say, they stop SCV repair.
Upgrade complete.
Cyclone derped a little bit. But yeah, it's too late. I've already got a siege. He sieged his tanks too far forward. Yeah, so good cleanup. So yeah, it was against the 2-9 Platinum. I hope you guys found this video instructive and useful game and entertaining as well. See you next time. Cheers.